today we're going to talk about the pop artist Keith Haring. Keith Haring was born on May 4th, 1958 in Reading, Pennsylvania, and was raised in Kutztown. He developed a love for drawing at a very young age. He learned cartooning skills from his father and was inspired by the famous Dr. Seuss and Walt Disney. Keith Haring enrolled in art school in Pittsburgh as a commercial graphic artist, and after 2 semesters, he dropped out. Later that same year, Haring moved to New York City, went to school, and found many art communities that were developing all around the city. It was here in New York that he became friends with artists and musicians. In 1980, Haring wanted to share his art with others publicly, so he began to notice unused advertising panels covered with black paper in the subway stations. He began to create drawings in white chalk throughout the subway. Between 1980 and 1985, he produced hundreds of public drawings. They became very popular with the commuters, and they were always engaged in his work, stopping to see what new art he had created. Between 1980 and 1989, Keith Haring achieved international recognition and participated in many group and solo exhibitions. He completed many public projects in the first, ranging from designing sets and backdrops for theaters, clubs, and developing watch designs for Swatch, and creating murals around the world. In 1986, Haring opened his famous Pop Shop, a retail store which sold t-shirts, toys, posters, magnets, buttons, and anything you can imagine with his images and art. Haring considered the shop to be an extension of his work, and he painted the entire interior of the store in an abstract black on white mural. Throughout his career, Haring devoted much of his time to public works, which often carried social messages. He produced more than 50 public artworks between 1982 and 1989 in dozens of cities around the world. Haring was diagnosed with AIDS in 1988, and in 1989 he established the Keith Haring Foundation. Its mandate was to provide funding to AIDS organizations and children's programs around the world. Keith died of AIDS-related complications at age 31 on February 16, 1990. The work of Keith Haring can be seen today in the exhibitions and collections of major museums around the world.